I am Supreme, and today's Astro Oracle investigation will be on two brothers, one in particular, because the other brother's body has been found and he is deceased. Um, so we are looking for the other brother, which is Jamal Abdul'Faruq. His brother Basil Abdul'Faruq's body has been found. Okay? Both brothers were only 7 and 8 years old back in 1990 of April on the 16th day, where they vanished from their local apartment complex while playing outside. Their mother was in the house taking a nap. So let's go down this timeline. Now, both boys enjoy basketball and Ninja Turtles. Both of their parents were divorced with joint custody. They both had the same parents. And the parents were divorced with joint custody. So that particular day, the boys were dropped off at their mother's apartment on April 16, 1990 by their stepmom. They had just came from their dad's house, and the stepmother dropped them back home to their mom's house. And their mom, Tamara Ellis, worked overnight shifts. So she was still tired by the time the boys got home around 2 something in the afternoon. But even though she was tired, the boys were begging her, can they go outside and play? Tamara let them go outside. The boys, they walked to school by themselves every day. So, the other kids were outside playing. So Tamara trusted, letting them get out while she takes a nap in the house because she was still tired from her shift the previous night. She woke up and both boys were nowhere to be found. When she woke up and came out the house looking for them, she couldn't find them. And after 45 minutes of searching everywhere, she called the police. Now, the mother she's a military woman. Okay, she served in the military. So, they was on it. Law enforcement was on it. Helicopters was on it. The ground team, animal team, everybody was searching. They searched that entire neighborhood. They searched alleys and back ways. They said they knocked on about 800 doors in that neighborhood. Okay, they were telling everybody to keep their lights on that night. Search in the dumpsters everywhere to see if you can find the missing boys. 3 days later, Basil Farouk's body was found, fully clothed, in a Chesterfield County landfill, which is the area where they dump the trash out. Once the dumpster guys empty all the trashes from everybody's home and apartment complexes and things of that nature, they go and dump out the trash in the landfill. That's where Basil's body was found, in the landfill. So, of course, they put two and two together and realized that Basil was not actually killed in the landfill. His body was found wrapped in a plastic garbage bag. He was stabbed 2 times in the back. He was bound and gagged. Who would do such a thing to an 8-year-old? Who would torture an 8-year-old and a 7-year-old? We don't know what happened to Jamal, but we clearly know what happened to Basil. And 9 times out of 10, something happened with Jamal. We don't know what it is, but I'm going to find out. So I have the planetary alignments in front of me. Now, I have Jamal's planetary alignments, the day he was born, August the 12th, 1982. And I have Basil's planetary alignments, the brother who was found dead. And Basil's date of birth is April 26, 1980. I'm not going to pull Basil's chart because Basil is deceased. We have answers. This reading is particularly focused on Jamal, although Basil is the key. So being that Basil's energy is the key, Basil's death is the key to Jamal's whereabouts. So we're going to look in Jamal's chart and also locate Basil's planetary alignment in Jamal's chart, because that will let us know how Basil's energy played out with Jamal. And then I'm going to pull a chart of the day they both disappeared and see where both of their alignments were located at in the vanished chart. Then we're going to pull the actual cards. We're going to get to the oracle aspect of the investigation. So Jamal's date of birth is August the 12th, 1982. The sun was in Leo and the moon was in Taurus. And y'all know how I formulate time. Time is the sun divided by moon cycles. So when you put a Taurus moon inside of Leo's house, which is the 5th house, Capricorn is rising. Now, if y'all been watching my investigations, y'all already know where I'm going with this Capricorn energy rising. Why is the father coming first in Jamal's chart? Somebody tell me why the father is coming first. This is the father's chart. This is the father's energy. Capricorn is the father. Capricorn energy is also law enforcement. Capricorn energy is the boss. If in all my readings that involve sex trafficking, Capricorn is the ringleader. Capricorn is the authority figure. Why is the authority figure coming first? Where's Jamal at in this chart? He's a Leo. Look at Jamal right there in the 8th house of death. Death. Where is Basil in Jamal's chart? Basil is in the 5th house. This is Leo's actual house. Jamal is a Leo. Basil's energy, which is Taurus, is in Leo's house because they both was together. Could Jamal be the catalyst and the key to Basil's death? Or is Basil the key to Jamal's death? Because I can clearly see that both of them most likely is dead. We know Basil is dead for a fact. But Jamal showed up in the house of death as well. And the reason why we know Basil is dead for a fact, you could even see it because Basil is in Leo's house. And Leo is in the house of death. Leo is the energy of death. Could Jamal be the reason why his brother was found dead and Jamal wasn't? I'm just reading the chart as it came out. I see everything I'm talking about. And I can point it out. Now, being that Capricorn is rising, the father comes first. Let's follow this activity of the father by following Saturn. Where is Saturn in Jamal's chart? Saturn is in Libra. And Libra is right there in the 10th house of the father. So what I'm seeing right here is that this is the father's spouse. Why am I seeing the mother, the stepmother, right in Libra's house? Why am I seeing the mother, a mother figure? Whether it's his mother or the stepmother. Now, get this. It was confirmed that the father, both the parents have been cleared. But guess what? The father did not take a lie detector test. He did not have to take one because according to his religion, he is not allowed to take lie detector tests. In my book, that's bullshit. I call it like I see it. Because this is why the father is coming first. This is why he just may have gotten away with murder. Let's pull a vanished chart to see what comes first the day both boys vanished. How about that? They vanished April 16th, 1990. The sun was in Aries and the moon was in Sagittarius. When the Sagittarius moon is in Aries house, which is the first house, that means Sagittarius is coming first. Sagittarius is the ninth house energy. Look at that. This is a ninth house chart. Sagittarius comes first. What was going on in the ninth house of Jamal's chart? Virgo. Virgo energy. The ninth house is the house of higher knowledge, wisdom, understanding. The ninth house is also the house of religion and culture. And according to his father's culture and belief systems, which is also what the ninth house is all about, according to his belief systems, he was able to get away with not taking a lie detector test. They cannot force you to take a lie detector test if your religion prohibits that. That's bullshit. Because look what's rising the day the boys vanish. The religion is rising. They should have never let their father, who comes first in Jamal's chart, who we are looking for. The father is the key to where Jamal is. Does that mean he's the key to Basil's death? Not necessarily, but the father is definitely the key to what happened to Jamal. Because Jamal is in the house of death. He's the Leo in the house of death, and Basil, who we know is already dead, is in Leo's house. The father knows what happened to both of them. Both of them. The father knows what happens. Let's follow Jupiter. And if it's not the father, it's the father and his wife, or the father and the mother. Let's follow Jupiter. Since Sagittarius rules Jupiter, where was Jupiter at the day they vanished? Jupiter was in Cancer. And look where Cancer is at. The house of death. The Cancer is the mother energy. Either the mother or the stepmother is responsible for the death. You can't make this shit the fuck up. Look at that. You see Jamal right there? And you see the mother right there? The house of death. She's the key. So let's follow the moon that day. Because Cancer rules the moon. And it takes us right back to the beginning, which led us to Cancer in the first place. The moon is right here in Sagittarius. Okay? Sagittarius rules the ninth house. And look who the fuck is in the ninth house. Jamal. That's why nobody knows where Jamal is. Because the father got away with not taking a lie detector test. The sun was in Aries that day. Aries is right there in the fifth house, Leo's house. Let's follow Mars because Mars rules Aries. Where was Mars at? Mars, the day they both vanished, was in Aquarius. And Aquarius is right there in the third house, which is where they vanished from, the local environment, the local neighborhood. They was outside playing in the local neighborhood. Aquarius is the community. It's the group. It's people in the community who know they saw what happened. There are people in the community that saw what happened, particularly a neighbor. Because look where Gemini is. The third house is Gemini's house, but Aquarius is there. And look where Gemini is in the house of relationships. That's Libra's house. And look where Libra is at, in Aquarius's house. They know something. The people in that community, they know something. And so does the father, and so does the stepmother. The one that dropped them boys off with the mother. If it's not the mother that knows something, it's the stepmother that knows something. But the father definitely knows something. Absolutely unacceptable for your religion to prohibit you from taking a lie detector test when people's lives is at stake. That should not be a law. That should not be a law. That's absolutely unacceptable. We're going to pull an oracle chart. Watch what chart is pulled from the ether. I feel like I already know what happened. Watch what chart is pulled from the ether. This is going to be a quick reading. What happened to Jamal? We know what happened to Basil. What happened to Jamal? And who's responsible for the boys' disappearance and their deaths? They both are gone. I'm going to call it like I see it. They both are gone. They both are gone. They both are gone. Maybe the father killed one and the mother killed the other, but they both are gone. Look at that. That's Jamal in the 12th house, hidden. Hidden. His body is hidden. His body is hidden. Now, in the 12th house, look at this. In Jamal's chart, look in the 12th house, you see Sagittarius. That's what's coming first the day they vanished. And in the 12th house, the day they vanished, is the energy of death. Jamal is dead also, and his body is hidden. The 12th house is the house of the hidden. They found Basil's body. They did not find Jamal's body. So when Leo is in the 12th house, guess what comes first? Virgo. Sounds familiar? Remember that 9th house? Look at Virgo in Jamal's 9th house. And the day they vanished was a 9th house chart. A 9th house chart. Virgo comes first. Jamal's body is also a part of the whole sanitation thing. Virgo is the energy of sanitation, work, health, maintenance, sanitation. And the 12th house is the house of waste. The 12th house is the exact opposite of the 6th house, which is Virgo's house. This is why this is a 6th house chart. Because Virgo is the 6th sign of the zodiac and it comes first. But look what the hell is in the actual 6th house. Aquarius, which is where they disappeared from in the community. So Jamal's body was also a part of the landfill. They just did not find it. It may not have been that particular landfill, but Jamal's body as well is in a bag, just like his brother Basil. Let's look for it. Let's look for your body, Jamal. Where's your body at? Where's your body, Jamal? And see, the sun rules Leo. Where was the sun at the day they vanished? The sun was in Aries. Look where Aries is at in the chart pulled from the ether, right there in the house of death. His body is dead and it's hiding underneath all that rubble and sanitation in them landfills. They look, but they didn't look hard enough. You can't make this shit up. You cannot make this up. You cannot make this up. I'm angry. Absolutely unacceptable for the father to get away with not taking a lie detector test. And it's clear his energy comes first, plays a major role in Jamal's disappearance and the lack of them finding his body. Jamal and Basil. Where's your body, Jamal? In the 9th house, in a wooded area. That 9th house. The day he vanished. There goes Jamal in the 9th house, in a wooded area. The 9th house is the house of higher knowledge, wisdom, understanding, churches, religion, airports. Could be in a wooded area close to an airport. But that's where his body is. He's not lying. He's clearly showing us where his body is. You cannot make this shit up. There goes Jamal right there in the 9th house in a wooded area. I just seen 2222 across the screen. 2222. On point. On point. In a wooded area. The 9th house is also the house of long distance travels in other countries. Who is responsible? We already know who. Who is alive today that needs to be held accountable to bring justice to the family and the community for Jamal and Basil's death, because they're both dead. And may their souls rest in peace. Who can we reach out to today that's going to bring justice when we hold them accountable? Today is September 18th, 2025. Who can we reach out to today, September 18th, 2025, and hold accountable to bring justice to this case? A conspirator in the 5th house. This is the house of children. There's another child that was involved. Who is the conspirator? Let's follow this 5th house energy so we can locate this child that's just as old as Jamal would be today. Jamal would be 43 today. And this conspirator in the 5th house, the day he vanished, Aries energy, it may just be an Aries. Let's follow Mars. And it landed us in the 3rd house, the community where they disappeared from, because Mars was in Aquarius the day that they vanished. One of their neighbors in the community. One of their neighbors in the community that may have been involved in a gang relation, but it was somebody that knows both Jamal and Basil that had a connection with them, because Libra is the connection. It's in Aquarius's house, and this connection was one of their neighbors, because look what's in Libra's house: Gemini. Gemini is the neighbor, and Gemini is also the sibling. The conspirator is in the 5th house. Where's Uranus? Because Uranus rules Aquarius. Uranus, the day they disappeared, was in Capricorn. The father figure. Could this have been a friend of the father's? I'm done. The father knows. The father knows. The father knows. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. The father knows. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments below. That's going to be my investigation on Jamal and Basil Abdul'Faruq, and may both of them rest in peace.